Hello, salam, shalom, namaste, sajikal, aloha, hola, ciao, bonjour, buna, privyat, and mabuhay. It's really, really good to be with you again, and I know you'll be really happy you're joining us because we have a very special guest with us today, and it's Camille. Uh, Welcome, Camille.
Welcome. Welcome, Samia. Thank you. Glad to be here on your podcast.
Thank you so much for joining me. And Camille, before we talk about anything else, please tell us more about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, sure. So, I like to start with numbers. Well, I started my business like I would say 4 years ago, and I reached 1 million euros cash collected in 3 years, with a like average of 5 customers per month. So I'm like a kind of, I will say, workaholic. I like to work. It's my passion. My job is to help entrepreneurs to manifest soul customers and to make money with that. But in a really, let's say, human way, because you have different type of selling. But me, I like the type to not argue, not like overselling, but more like the seducing part. So I really love to help my customers to seduce customers, actually to get new customers and to yeah to make money with that. And I had actually well a past few years I've been working in luxury industry. I've been working in a kind of high-end luxury, like in cosmetic, in haute couture, in different countries, different nationalities. And I learned like how to sell without selling, like how to do marketing, but attract, not like to go, but to pull. There is I like really this meaning of pull and push, because when you want to like grow your business and
Yeah.
to scale it, there is a kind of a game between pull and push. And
Yeah.
most of the people, they learn how to do in an American way, like the business ways, like how to sell, how to go with, how to do that. But me, I like to attract and let people come. And this is like, I've been like really developing this past, I would say, few years, this kind of technique. And for me, it's more than a technique, it's a way of living. It's
Yeah.
like the yin yang energy. It's like you attract, but also you go. Like the moon and, like the sun, like the man, the woman. You always have like this kind of two energies, but if you really mix them well, like a recipe, you can really scale in all areas of your life, like your business, of course, money, of course, relationship, couple, everything around you, because all about these two energies that come from actually the Bing Bang, and in actually in Asia, they even say that it's coming from the heart, and they say yin yang energy. So for me, I'm an expert in this kind of like growth, of like scaling businesses with the yin yang energies, which is kind of visionary, new, but also something really like old in Asian culture.
Yes, yes, no, I love that. I love that because for sure, when we think about growing our businesses and it comes down to really sales and marketing and attracting customers to you, getting customers for you, that oftentimes is the biggest hurdle and biggest challenge for most people. And so what you are talking about is a brilliant way of making it more fun and easy. So we really appreciate that. Hey, thanks for tuning into this episode. Hope you're getting value out of it. For your information, this episode has been sponsored by the Happiness 101 program. Are you a change maker, coach, trainer, or healer? Are chains of fear holding you back from making the impact and income you desire? Using a unique combination of positive psychology and the spiritual wisdom of our most effective change makers, the Happiness 101 program helps you break through your limiting beliefs and manifest the abundance and success you desire with fun and ease. Interested? Book a free Happiness 101 exploration call with me, your happiness expert, Samia Bano. Just use my online calendar link in the show notes. Now, back to the show.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. And I kind of like it because for me, business is a game, money is a game, relationship is a game, everything is a game, you know? And if we really, if we are really like, it's all about gaming, but energies.
uh,
When we think about selling, most of the people, they think about techniques, about tools, about pitch, about script, about how to argue. But actually, what makes 80% of the selling is not the script, is not the strategy, is not the technique, is the energy of the person. And
mm,
that's why I actually founded the first school of how to manifest soul customers like a few weeks ago. Because for me, if you really want to get customers to grow your business, you need to manifest. You don't need to argue, you don't need to do things, you need to manifest. And manifestation is about quantum law, about energies. That's why I have this background, of universe. Because for me, it's all about energy. And this, it got me a lot of time to understand that. But, for example, I had a deal with one of my customers who is trying to actually to get investors in this project. We are closing deals of 250K like euros, so it's like 250,000 euros, 1 million euros, things like that. Deals, which is like kind of high deals, and it's funny how the investor is reacting to my customer who is trying to sell his company, because it's all about energy. The person can be like super happy and want to invest in your company, and like one day after is like no way, or I don't know, and you cannot really explain his reaction, because for me, selling most of the time is irrational, it's emotional, and most of the people, we don't get that, and that's why we miss 80% of the selling. So, and me, I wanted to become like kind of a master in this thing, because for me, if you know how to sell without selling and with this kind of energies, you can do anything you want in life. You can negotiate with your couple, you can negotiate with kids, you can negotiate with the investors, with parents, with everything, So it's so, so, so important to know how to sell and negotiate.
yes. No, you're so right about that. You're so right about that. Um, that it- most people do when they do tend to focus on the strategy, the tools, rather than the energy. So, can you tell me a little bit more about maybe one or two tips for when you think about how to have the right energy, how to match the energy of your dream client? How do you help your people to understand about how to cultivate that?
Yeah, sure. So to start, you need to understand these two energies, the pull and push. Depending on how you are in your cycle of selling, you need to be pull or push.
Mm,
Like we will say, imagine we are dancing together. Okay, I will say like an example of dancing. When you dance with your partner, I don't know if you have done already salsa or I don't know this type of dance, but when you dance like this type of Latino dance, because I love dancing, so that's why I always take this example. So when we take this example of salsa, you have a partner. Yeah, it's always a couple kind of dancing, and one will lead and the other one will follow.
mm,
But this can, it goes, there, it goes there. So at one point we play, we play together with these two energies. We go up, we go down and stuff like that. And there is a rhythm, there is a balance. But the problem is I see in business is most of the time we are too much in this energy or too much in other energy. So meaning that some people, they want to start a business, but they think many things. They are like, oh, that's amazing, everything. They have many ideas, but they don't know how to push and like be concrete and pragmatic and let's go, let's do it. And these people, they are too much into the pull energy. They are not too much in the yin energy. The yin energy is more like pull, you attract. But at one point, you want to start a business and get customers and nobody knows you. You need to go. You need to go to see them. You need to and dare to go. So
mm,
this you need like push energy. At one point, with your business, it's like with the salsa. If you are always pushing, you're gonna break. And I see many people who are businesses, and I've been in this area because I got precursor in the past. So I knew this so well, that you are really into the yang energy. So you push a lot, you do many things. It's this the American way, let's do it, and more and more and more and more. And at one point you are just like really tired. And with the selling and this kind of things, if you push too much, the people will just let you. It's kind of the same thing with relationship. If you are too much into a guy, after he will let you. If you are too much into a woman, she will let you. It's the same thing with selling, actually, with selling with customers. If you are too much into this customer, he's going to let you. And so it's like, for me, it's like a dance, because you need to balance these two energies. And for me, it's not something like, do this, do that. For me, it's something you need to feel in your body. But most of the people, we don't feel, because in our education, we were educated to think. We were educated to do things, but not to feel exactly what we feel in our body. When I'm telling you something right now, I could feel if it's great or not great, because I listen my body, how I think. The most common kind of science about human, it's like human design. Do you know human design? This
A
kind of
little bit.
science? Yeah.
A
So
little bit, but tell us more.
okay, so human design is a kind of science talking about human and energies. We all have different portals of energies in our body, and depending on who we are reacting different to different situations.
Mm-hmm.
So some people will be too much into yin energy, some other people too much into yang energies, others are kind of like me. Like, it's actually funny because my name is Camille. Camille is a masculine name, but also feminine name. It's like 50-50. So me, I can be pushy, but I can be also pulling. It's like, people never know with me. It's like, it's actually funny. But some people, it's kind of different. So if I want to give you a tip, I will more tell you about a philosophy. Like, it's not you need to think and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It's more something you need to start listening your body. You need to start listening the person, but not the person what he's telling you, but how he's reacting to what you say. Because 80% of the communication is not the words you say, is everything around, is actually the energy. Like, for example, we started the meeting together. I was stressed because, we end up a deal and it was not so hard, so easy with this customer. And I wasn't in a good energy, and you could feel it, because it's all about this. We are human. We are energy. We are made with energy. This is like a body is made with atoms in movements. So we are energies. But most of the people, we don't know exactly how to read this. That's why I got really passionate about this, because the first tip I could say, kind of tip, is like, you need to, is for me, like, when you feel the energy, it's not something you see, it's something you feel. Like, you really feel in your body, you feel in your heart with the person you are. So if you want, for example, to manifest a customer, you don't need to think about, because many customers, many people, they are dealing with a lack of money, a lack of customers, they're feeling bad, stressed, stuff like that. This is like really bad energy. So we don't want that. But you're going to tell me, if you are in this situation, you're going to tell me, but Camille, how you do to feel great? Because in this situation right now, it's not great in my life. I don't have customers, I don't have money, and things like that. Okay. So now I will say to those people, if this is the case to your audience, I will tell them, okay, look, your brain doesn't make the difference between imagination and reality. So this is great, because you can imagine anything you want. And what's good is that what you realize into your life, like concrete, yang energy, is coming from yin energy. Yin energy is what is inside. Like, why in Asian culture they say yin and yang sign, which is a big sign, is because everything comes from your own reality inside yourself. Everything you do in your life is the result of your own reality. But what does it really mean? It means that if you feel kind of bad, don't expect the deals to be sold, or like the people come to you, because your energy is not attracting, is actually repulsing. So my advice to those people is that you need to close your eyes. And I love to do that with my customer to make some trips. And like it's secure trips and stuff like that. They close their eyes and I make them imagine if they were in a full way of abundance, like a world of full abundance, full money, relationship, love, everything is amazing in your life. And when you feel that and you really entertain that every day, even if you have struggles, you will end up super rich. You will end up with a lot of money, good relationship, everything like that. But it's something really hard because most of the people, they don't know how to feel that way when they don't have that. So
Yeah.
this is a kind of, I don't know if you notice that, but it's kind of like, for me, it's like, yeah, it's everything comes from this actually.
Yeah, yeah. And you're so right about the fact that we're not taught how to feel. And so it is like something for us to learn. Um and just in terms of like feelings, also I guess this is why it would be helpful for people to, definitely have a teacher that they can go and learn this with, because even when we're talking about feelings and learning how to feel our feelings, the feelings can oftentimes be subtle. I mean, that's one thing that I've realized, that the feelings are there. They're always there. But if you're not paying attention, it's so easy to miss what your feelings are trying to tell you, because a lot of times the feelings are very soft in the way that they speak to you, and they don't get louder until um, like oftentimes if we like really ignore our feelings, we really suppress our feelings, we don't listen to them, and it's something really important to us and for us, then our feelings will tend to get louder, and then maybe we pay attention to them. And even then, sometimes some people will ignore, but most of the time, the feelings are subtle, and so they're there, and it's just that we're not paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's just we didn't like learn how to listen our intuition, how to listen our emotions. But this is actually the beginning of everything because emotion is energy in movement.
Mhm.
Emotion is energy in movement. So it means if you don't get this part, you miss your life because your life is energy in movement all the time.
Mm.
The sun, the moon, the day, like the night. It's like everything is about balancing and energy moving. And most of the time, how we think is we think that way. But
Yes.
actually it's not that way. It's like that way. It's always turning, turning, turning and changing. And people, it's actually funny because they don't, sometimes they are a bit scared about movement, change. And you are like, one thing is like you say, make change. For me, make change is about um, surfing the changings, the changes, because you will always have movement in your life. Either you want or you don't, you will have. So either you start to really listen those moves, those changing, what it happens to you, what's the message behind, or you try to not listen until you actually break. Because I see so many entrepreneurs who actually got sick, who got like burnout and got like, many problems. And we often talk about people, employees, I don't know in your country, but in my country, we often talk about employees who are actually got into the burnout and stuff like that, but we don't talk about entrepreneurs in this area. But actually, many, many entrepreneurs, they are doing that. I have been in my past and sometimes a bit in this area of limits, like you don't listen your body, you don't listen your emotions. Be careful, because at one point you're gonna get something, and until it really happens, And for me, I don't. I believe in different gods. I believe in different, like, universe, spirituality, and what really helps me in this area is really to try in any time to feel to to try to listen what's the message behind, and But for this, I think you need time, because it's not something, if you have a busy day, many meetings and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to really listen and to feel and to improve. But and I think it always also depends on the person you are, because in human design, you have five types of people. You have one type of people is generator manifester, is who I am. So me, I take decisions with my stomach. If I need to go somewhere, I will feel something in my stomach to say, yes, go there. If I don't feel it, I don't. And anytime I don't listen my stomach, I could say that it's wrong. I go wrong, and the business, the deal, the money won't be well. So this is my type of way of energetic way, you know. Other people, they are generators. So generators is with heart. So you need to feel your heart when you take decisions. If you don't feel it, don't go. You're gonna miss it most of the time. Other people, they are projectors. Projectors, it's actually funny because projectors, they have like different ways of energetic ways. Sometimes they mix between their brain and also their heart. It depends on actually the people they are with. And projectors, they are really absorbing the energy around them. So sometimes I would say to those people, don't be with many people, just be alone when you take decisions. Otherwise, this gonna absorb your energy, and you won't be able to make the good decision. And you have also, I don't remember the last one, but this is like 1% of the people on Earth. So it's like a small amount of people. And this one, they are called a bit like kind of hermits. So they are a bit like not really social, not really, they don't like really to talk with people. Sometimes they are not really meetings and stuff like that. I don't really like that. And those people that are really into their brain, they need to take decisions with their brain. Otherwise, they don't feel secure. And so most of the people, they are sometimes a bit geek, a bit like engineers. They like to be like, really yeah, in their world, so depending on who you are, manifestor, generator, projector, and stuff like that, your decisions, your way of thinking, your way of working, your way of living with people will be different. And
Yeah.
this is really interesting to know when you are working with people, and when also you are in couple relationships, stuff like that, because otherwise you don't understand each other because you don't have the same language.
Right, right. So there are all these different types of people with different energies and how they generally function. Mm, So, I mean, of course, you want to know how you are and what you are like now. But then are you also encouraged to try and learn from the other types and to maybe take on some of those values and ways of being? So, for example, if I'm a generator, primarily my energy is like a generator, but I want to learn to be more like a manifester. Is that possible? Is that desirable even? Or should I just be like, no, you know what? I'm a generator or
Well,
whatever
it's a good
type I
question.
am, and just kind
Yeah.
of try to
Hmm.
master that.
Yeah. Actually, I think anyone can be manifester. Anyone can manifest things. It's just for manifestors will be easier because it's in their genetics, who they are, the basis. So it's like imagine you are, well, the thing is, imagine if you are good in jumping. Like it's your number one thing, you really like that. It's like, for me, talent is a mix between, I know yourself, but also between like practicing and selling and growing businesses, stuff like that. Some people, they got like kind of, I think born with that. But also if you don't practice, you won't become great in that. Generators, I think they could manifest because any type of gender can manifest. It's just we all have different ways to manifest.
Yeah.
for me, my way of manifesting is I'm still figuring out because it's kind of a new learning for me since like we say 4 years right now. I'm on this thing, on this path. But I would say what I've learned so far for people, maybe are listening, your audience, are a manifestor generator like me. I'm someone, I'm not specific, and I'm also like kind of passive. It means if I want something, I don't need to think every time about this. This will be no productive for me. It's I think one time on it, and I really feel it in my body, this, I will manifest it. Other people, they are specific. So they need, most of the time, engineers, people like that, they like precise things. They like numbers. They like something really, really precise. You know, if they're not precise, they don't feel great. So those type of people, if they want to manifest and they just try to feel it, they will have some troubles, problems. But if they are really specific, they have a chance to win and to manifest what they want. And other people, they need to be active. So they need to do things. They need to do things. Me, I could see right now, and it's funny because most of the women, normally, we are passive. We are not active. Normally, in our yin energy, we should attract. We don't push. But if you see, I don't know if you see in your country, but in my country, most of the women who have like a leading position, they are pushing, they are doing many things, they are like really active, you know. But actually, normally in our genetics, we shouldn't do things. We should actually be. And the men should do the things. But actually, it's actually funny because with the society right now, with the economy and what we talked about, there is a movement right now of feminine independency, and let's do, and yeah, we can prove it. We have also the power, we can lead. You can see that the women in leading position, most of them, they cut their hair. It's actually funny. They cut their hair. They say, I'm going to be the leader. No. You know, it's actually funny because I can see in the society right now, entrepreneurs kind of a fight between men and women, like, I'm the one, I'm leading, da, 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 da. And I can see that in business too. I don't know if you saw that, but in my country, in France, in different countries in Europe, in also in US, it's a bit the case. But actually, I believe in a system where actually the woman in the yin energy, because we also have women in yang energy, which is great as well, but most of the women, they are in yin energy. And I believe in a system where the woman in the woman in the yin energy, she's leading, but with femininity, not leading with masculinity, because it's not who she is in real. She's feminine. She should actually be herself. And you don't need to lead by pushing, by being kind of a man. You can be a woman and actually lead way more than a man, because actually, for me, if you want to lead and to scale, because we are talking about scaling businesses, at one point, you don't do the things. The people, they do the things at your place. You are the leader. You are the energy. You are the one that is manifesting, attracting. And the man is the one who's going to kind of do the things, you know? We see that in relationships, in couples, but the same with business. Me, in my company, it's actually funny because before I had a team with 50% women, 50% men. And right now, most of the team that is surrounding me are men, actually. And me, I'm the one who is leading. But I'm not the one who is pushing. I'm the one who is actually pulling. And actually, the men around me, they do the stuff. Me, I'm kind of the leader. I say, I want to go that way. I'm sure I'm going to be that way. And my only mission, what I'm still struggling, because for me, it's a kind of a new way of leading that I didn't learn with American ways, with all of this, is actually how to be in your position, be sure about who you are, and just give love to people. And for the energies like that, you need to give love, you need to listen the person, and for me, it was kind of hard to learn that because I have been born and I have been educated by, my father was super young. And for me, I was taught that I need to do things. I need to speak. I need to, and at the end of the story, I think right now the thing is to be, yeah, to really discover who you are and to try to be who you are. And this will help you to sell and to scale even more. But most of the people, they don't learn to learn about themselves. They learn about business. They learn about selling, but they don't learn about who they are. But I think for me, it's the most important thing if you want to scale your business, to make money, to make a change is to know and really discover who you are. Because if you discover who you are, this type of energy, the yin, the yang energy, the human design, all of this, you will master your life. It will become so easy because you're going to say, I'm like that. I know. Okay, this goes that way. And for me, it was a big change when I discovered who I am, because this helped me to scale my business to 100K per month. And right now reaching almost at the end of the year, 1 million per year. And for me, it's every time I go and I know me more, I kind of an onion, I remove things, I get to know me more. Actually, my business is scaling more. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know what you think about that, but
No, that is absolutely amazing and very cool. And I am with you on that, that when you know yourself more and you align how you are and what you do, then that is when, you can be more successful. That is, I believe in that as well. And you're right. I mean, I think it's that because in the world of business, historically, it has been very male dominated. And so when people think about, well, how do you do business? Or when you try to go out and you try to learn to do business, you get that male perspective on how to do business. And I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but not everyone is like that. Not everyone has that same, like even among men, all men are not the same. Like you said, there's all these people with, there's different human designs, and not all men are the same design either. So,
yeah.
and many men also therefore struggle with business because they're not matching who they really are. And for a lot of women, there's oftentimes more mismatch because more women tend to not be like that. So I just absolutely really very much appreciate this perspective that you're bringing. And definitely, I think it's something very, very key to making change fun and easy.
Yeah, I think it's starting a change. If we talk about your topic, to make a change, you need to realize something. You need to think differently. And to think differently, you need to observe yourself. But most of the time we are into ourselves. We don't think, we don't observe. We are doing the things. I was talking with a friend of mine, he's Syrian, and he's doing kind of managing CEOs and stuff like that in Dubai. And, you know, he was like working so much every day, like from, I would say 8 to 8, like all day, and always doing the same thing over and over, and you want to change. But
Mhm.
actually, for me to change, you need to make the change yourself.
Yeah,
If you want
yeah.
things to change, just change, because your own reality is a mirror of the reality you provoke. So if you don't change yourself, how do you want the world to change? And
Mm,
for me, that's why I created my own programs of coaching, of different type of coaching for entrepreneurs who are beginners, but also entrepreneurs who are making millions already and for many years, because we all need help. And sometimes we don't see the things. We think that it's great what we do, but actually there is a better way to think. There is a
yeah.
better way to do. That's why I have different coach and mentors. And me, myself, I'm a business coach, and I help people inside themselves, the energy, but also outside, what they do with that. And
Yes.
um, and for me, yeah, you want to make a change, you want to elevate yourself. It's all start with who you are deeply, and knowing who you are and knowing what you want. This will help you to change, but also your environment need to change. I
Mm,
always say, because maybe you learned this, you are the average of the 5 people you are the most with. I think you learn that. And for me, it's not just about the people you are with, it's about the environment, who you are, which city, which
yeah.
country. So that's why I change of country. Like I'm in Dubai right now. I was in the Canarian Islands. I've been in Mexico, in Switzerland, in so many, many countries. Because for me, it's about, if you want a change, just change of place.
Mm.
And if you cannot change of place because you don't have the money, because it's complicated, okay, make a trip with yourself. Just close your eyes. Imagine you are in a different country. Imagine you are with different people. Imagine you talk a different language. Imagine you are a woman or a man. Imagine you are in a different position. And with that, you will change because you will think, this is actually something I just wanted to add is I was thinking about that when I told you about changing. For me, it's about identity.
Yeah.
You want a tip to how to become better. The
Yeah.
best tip ever you could ever have, like to scale your business, scale every areas of life, is change your identity.
Uh,
Because,
mm,
everything you want in life is everything you are.
yeah.
Meaning, if you want to change something, don't focus on what you want, focus on who you are.
Mm,
Me, I really kind of like to do this game since I'm little, and that's why I did so many jobs in so many countries and stuff. I like to be kind of actress, I like to play games and stuff like that. And for me, if you want to scale your business, you gotta play different roles. You're gonna
mm,
be a accountant, you're gonna be a seller, you're gonna be a manifester, whatever. You're gonna be different types of roles. And if you want to change, you need to be in a different identity. So meaning, for example, right now, Samia, you are in an identity. This identity makes who you are right now and what you do in your business.
yeah.
What if you want something different? Okay, what kind of identity should I be right now? But not just think, be and change, and this will make something different.
Yes.
When I went to Dubai, I not only change of environment, I change of identity. I was at the point of the business I was scaling, and for me, I was struggling to delegate the selling part because this gave my kind of my heart and my baby, and I love my business, so it was kind of hard for me to delegate. And I say, well, I need to change, I need to change. So me, when I need to change, I change of country because I have this possibility to change of country and to be wherever I want. So I change of country, I say, okay, I take a flight ticket to go and not to go back. So I say, I'm going to go to Dubai. I don't know what's going to be. I don't know it's the adventure. I take just 2 suitcases. Let's go. Adventure. So I came in Dubai and I say, well, okay, now I'm in the point of business. I need to change, but I don't know how to do this change. Really, I don't know. But I know one thing. I know that I need to change myself deeply in terms of identity.
Yeah.
So I went to the hairdresser, and like you could see me like 2 months, 3 months earlier. I didn't have this hair. I didn't have this kind of makeup. I was totally different. You could have maybe not have recognized me. And I said to the hairdresser, I say, okay, well, I made my avatar, my AI avatar of like kind of, the new world I want to create, the yin yang world. Because for me, I have a vision that if we elevate our mind and our yin energy and we make different actions, we elevate the vibe of the world, actually, if we all do that. So to do that, I need to myself do that already for me. So I went to a hairdresser and I say, okay, I want to change. I want to change, and I'm gonna show you the EI I provoke of myself in the future. And it was a girl like kind of purple with like a long white hair with a different type of vibe. And I say, I want to be this person. So make me look this person. And so the hairdresser they change me and stuff like that. I change of kind of clothes. I change everything. And in the same months, I started to attract from the first half of my life a different type of men in my life because I've been like kind of, I've been with different types of men, but not really the men I wanted. And I attract different types of men, like more patient, more the kind of men I want to attract. And at the same time, I manifest another type of team in my business. A team that was more ambitious, wanted to struggle more, to challenge more, and to do more. At the same time, I manifest also new type of money. Like I started to get customers in how to raise funds. That this was a new type of customers I didn't have before. And all of this came in a sudden, and I think it's because I changed of identity, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I think it's the first part to do. What do you think about that?
No, I agree with you. When you are different, you will attract different things and different people into your life for sure. Um, I agree with that. I do. Oh my gosh. I'm having so much fun learning with you. And I know that you're very, very busy and you need to get going. So I won't ask you more questions for now, but except to say, can you, if you have any last words to share with our audience, if you want to say anything about how they can reach you in the best way, please tell us.
Yeah, sure, sure. Well, thank you, Samia, to receive me. Actually, you were my highlight of the day because my day was kind of messy, you know. You have some days it's amazing, some other days you close deals and complicated. So thank you. You were my kind of my sunshine of today. So thank you to be the sunshine. And yeah, to well, I will say, um, I will say two things. Because your audience, what is kind of your audience? People want to make a change, entrepreneurs, what kind of things, what kind of
Yes.
people they are? Yes, this kind of
We
people?
are a community of change makers. We love making change both in our own lives, but also in our world, in the world through the work that we do, you know. So
Okay, okay. That's
yeah.
cool. So, your community, you are listening many, many podcasts already from Samia and other people. And I can feel your energy. You're gonna see me, I will not see you like directly, but I could feel your energy. And you guys, if you want to make a change, start to change yourself. Because the best change you can ever make is not the changing the world, it's changing who you are. And when I got that in my business, everything around me just boom, rose super fast. I think, I'm learning a business, there is a book right now, it's from the CEO of Dubai. It's called Sheikh Mohammed. And this guy, I'm learning a lot from him actually because he's kind of for me a true leader. And this this kind of example, all of these people will make big change because if you think about Dubai, like a few years ago, it was nothing, literally nothing, and now it's like a city that is growing super, super, super fast, kind of a startup itself. And when you want to big change, you need to change yourself, and you need also to to think like a because it's like a leader. When you are a leader and you want to change people, most of the time you say change this, do that, to your maybe customers, employees, and stuff like that. But this is the wrong way to say. I would say the leadership way, the best competence we should have to make a change is to be a leader. To be a leader for me is you need to change yourself because the best way to help people to change, it could be your mother, your father, your kids, your couple, your employees, customers. They won't change until you change. And
Hmm.
what's good is in quantum physics is that if you change your energy, of course you will attract different type of energy because it's all about energies. So
Yeah.
if you change yourself, of course you will have something change. And if you have the same rations in few years, something is going wrong because normally you always change. So if
Yeah.
you change, you attract new people in your life. And some people will let you, but it's fine. It's part of the process. Changing, most of the people, they are really, really scared about to change. Really, really scared. But actually it's the best thing that can ever happen in your life because the world is changing, the planet is changing, everything is changing. So start changing yourself and start surfing like a surfer who is doing waves. He's
Mm.
not trying to avoid the waves, he's trying to surf on the waves. So surf on the way you are right now. Maybe you need to change, maybe you need to quit, I don't know, let a customer scale, or maybe you need to let your wife or your husband. Okay, let's do this change. It's part of the life. Anyways, we don't stay long in this on this life. Maybe we have different lives, but this is another topic. So that's why if we have one life, start to really experiment and change. And if you want a big change, just change yourself. Make
Yeah.
something different, a different custom. There is a little thing I can add on this is something you can add like kind of different to make you uncomfortable but not too much is maybe change something in your day, a little thing. It could be, something so little, but it makes all the difference. you are maybe on the bed right now and you are on the left side. Start to be on the right side of your bed when you go to bed. This will change the way you think the day you wake up the day after. It's actually funny. Another kind of like tip could be me, when I try to change the world, I always think about like every day I settle on the intention of the day. I don't settle the goal, I settle the intention, which is totally different, the vibe. I settle an intention of energy and I say, well, I want to feel this to be already what I feel. I want this world to be this, but I will feel in my body already this world. And actually, it's funny because the last time I did that, really, really deeply, I was thinking of, I mean, I don't know if I can add a little story, but well, a few weeks ago, I saw me like speaking in front of many people and be speaker because I like to speak. I did many conferences in different countries and about yin yang energy, of course, and growing. And like a few weeks ago, I had a kind of a weird dream. And I was feeling that I was speaking in front of many people with a specific dress. And this dress was the mix between yin yang energy, like really kind of structured, pragmatic on one way, but the other way, like really feminine, really like kind of creative stuff. I slept on this. The day after, I was feeling that. I was feeling it was already there, but I didn't know how to manifest this. And I saw a story of Caroline Receveur, who is a kind of a famous French, Caroline Receveur in French. She's a famous kind of fashion designer, and she has been like developing many brands in UAE, but in different countries. She's an influencer, stuff like that. And she said, I'm doing like a kind of fashion event. I'm selling some different stuff. I said, okay, I'm going to go and Dubai stuff. Cool. And I arrived there and I saw a shop with different kind of like clothes. And in front of me, I saw a dress. And I went to this dress, but I didn't realize it was a dress of, I just saw a dress. And I had a flash with this dress. I was like, why I'm flashing with this dress? I don't know. Because, okay, that's, you can like a dress, but flashing for a dress, I was like, okay. And I touched the dress. And the moment I touched the dress, I was like, wow, it's my dream. It's the thing I dreamed the day before. And I actually manifest this thing. It was my reality before. And now it's my own reality, my real reality. So this means my world of changing, I made a change. And this dress, actually the little story behind this dress is that Karen Osara, she wore it for Cosmic Goddess brand. Cosmic Goddess brands is actually the brand of your future. This actually was funny. And I have this dress. I'm going to show you the dress. It's actually funny. Well, let me see. So, yeah. So, this is the dress, I don't know if you see the dress.
I can see it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so cool.
It's like kind of like difficult to show you. I don't know if I can. Yeah, maybe I can
We
like that.
can see it in flashes. Yes. No, it is very cool. Very, very cosmic.
So yeah, it's actually funny because this dress is so anyways. So that's why this is an example, guys, that if you want to change, if you want to manifest, I don't know, dreams or whatever, try to dream about it. But don't just dream about it. This is too much yin. Start to do and realize it. Because if I wouldn't have made this path of going to see Karine, I wouldn't have seen this dress. I wouldn't be organizing right now the public speaking event in Dubai with this dress, talking about yin yang energies. So dream it, but also do it. And it's like a dream and do that will make you change and the world with you.
I love it. I love it. And those are excellent words for us to wrap up on. And I will only add for our audience, please make sure you check the show notes because we will be posting Camille's links in there so you can connect with her and learn more from her. And until we connect next time, I wish you lots and lots of peace and joy.
Yeah, you can return. I mean, thank you, Samia. You can see us in the social media like Camille BICHET. You will see Anyways, his French name, but you will figure out on social media, as you will say, links. And thank you, Samia, for everything. And hope to see you in my podcast I made about other topics.
Thank you again, Camille.